After being reborn, the first thing the woman did was grab the secret recipe from her sister's hands. She insisted that she would take her sister's place and marry the village troublemaker. Her mother was shocked and angrily asked if she had lost her mind. But the woman remained calm, completely unmoved. That was because in her previous life, her sister used that very recipe to help the village rogue rise in wealth and eventually become the richest man in town. Meanwhile, the man she herself was supposed to marry, the wealthy family's young heir, had a weak body and passed away before the wedding even took place. What hurt her most was that her sister showed no sympathy. While she returned to the countryside to visit relatives, her sister secretly caused her death. When the woman opened her eyes again, she discovered she had been reborn 10 years earlier, on the very day the marriage choices were being made. Seeing her confident sister standing there, she immediately agreed to switch marriages. However, her sister was afraid she might change her mind, so she secretly added something to the water in her cup. That night, unaware of anything unusual, the woman went up the mountain to gather herbs. Feeling thirsty, she took a sip of water. A few minutes later, she began to feel strange and dizzy. In her blurred state, she suddenly tripped over a man lying on the ground. When she looked closer, she saw a handsome young man. In her desperate condition, she used him as a way to neutralize the strange reaction she was experiencing. Half an hour later, she felt completely refreshed, as if the problem had been solved. But when she reached out, she realized the man beside her was no longer breathing. Just as guilt filled her heart, a mysterious spiritual system suddenly activated. She opened her palm and a stream of clear spring water appeared in her hand. Curious about its power, she quickly fed some of the water to the man. The next moment, the man who had been unconscious slowly woke up. The woman originally planned to leave quietly, but hearing wolves howling in the distance, she couldn't bring herself to abandon him, so she temporarily brought him back to her home. Her sister soon arrived, eager to accuse her of improper behavior. The village rogue also warned her not to dream about marrying into their family again, saying their household would never accept a woman like her. The woman had no interest in arguing with them. Soon, the rogue and her sister prepared to hold their wedding ceremony. But just as the ceremony was about to begin, the rogue's mother suddenly rushed forward and pushed the bride aside. The woman watching nearby couldn't help but laugh quietly. After all, the rogue's family was extremely poor, and he was completely controlled by his mother. In front of all the guests, the bride finally lost her temper and shouted at her future mother-in-law. Unexpectedly, the older woman immediately slapped her. Seeing her daughter being bullied, the bride's mother rushed onto the stage, and the two women began arguing and fighting. Worried she might get caught up in the chaos, the woman quickly returned home. Over the next few days, under her spiritual healing ability, the injured man slowly recovered. However, his body was still very weak, and he could only stay awake for short periods of time. The next morning, just after she woke up, her father suddenly called her into the living room. To her surprise, the wealthy family had arrived to propose marriage. Seeing how calm and composed she was, the old matriarch of the family was very satisfied with her. But at that moment, her sister rushed in after hearing the news and mocked her, saying she was marrying a man with a short life. The old matriarch was furious. Her grandson's whereabouts were still unknown, and hearing someone speak so badly about him made her extremely angry. She immediately ordered the guards to slap the sister. When the sister learned that the young heir was actually still alive, she was completely shocked. Unwilling to let the woman benefit so easily, she quickly accused her of having bad character, claiming that before even getting married she had already brought a strange man into her home. While saying this, she led the old matriarch to the bedroom. The old matriarch became furious at what she saw and believed the woman had disgraced the family. The selfish father, afraid of being implicated, immediately cut ties with his daughter and even volunteered to punish her. Just as the woman was about to have her hands severely injured, the man who had been unconscious suddenly sat up. He was not dead after all. The old lady was shocked to see that her son had been saved by the woman, and she was pleased with her.